Grade 7, 2019-2020, St. Joseph Syro-Malabar Parish, Hamilton, presents the Ten Commandments and the two greatest commandments. After the Israelites were delivered from Egyptian captivity to the land of Canaan, they reached the desert of Sinai and established a covenant with God, who gave Moses 2 covenant tablets with the 10 commandments for them to follow. The commandments of God are instructions to know and love God. They help us in righteousness, for prosperity of human beings, and reflecting on them help prepare for a good confession. My friends Noah, Timmy, Austin, Thea, and I will be presenting the 10 Commandments with examples of sins against each. The 10 Commandments, Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 1 to 22. The first commandment: I am the Lord your God. You shall not have strange gods before me. Sins against the first commandment are atheism, idolatry, sorcery, superstition, blasphemy, devil worship, and spiritism, etc.
The second commandment: you shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Sins against the second commandment are swearing and bearing false witness. We must use God's name with respect. For example, when taking an oath, we must not accuse God of being unjust and merciless when life seems unfair to us. Respect the holy. We must respect Holy Virgin Mary, saints, religious people as they are dedicated to God. Be thankful to God for His infinite mercy and graces. The third commandment: remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Sunday is the Sabbath day for Christians because the resurrection of Jesus took place on this day. We have to participate in Holy Mass and to live the whole day in the spirit of worship, adoration, reading the Bible, and helping others to follow the third commandment. Obligatory days besides Sunday and Syro-Malabar Mass are as follows: Christmas, December 25th, the death of St. Thomas, July 3rd, the Assumption of Our Lady, August 15th, Baptism of our Lord, January 6th, the Feast of St. Peter and Paul, June 29th, and the Assumption of our Lord, Thursday after the 6th Sunday of Easter.
The fourth commandment: honor your father and your mother. In the Old Testament, Exodus chapter 20, verses 12 says, honor your father and your mother, so that your days may be long in the land that the Lord your God is giving you. St. Paul says in Ephesians chapter 6, verses 1, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. The Holy Family of Nazareth teaches us how a Christian family should be. We should respect our parents, elders, and those in the authority. When we don't follow this, we go against the fourth commandment. The fifth commandment: you shall not kill. Human life is precious. God created us, hence it is the great duty of man to protect life. Sins against the fifth commandment are murder, suicide, mercy killing, or medically assisted suicide, abortion, terrorism, use of liquor/drugs.
The sixth commandment: you should not commit adultery. When obeying this commandment, married people are made faithful to their life partner, and unmarried people live according to the moral principles to keep sexual purity. The consecrated persons keep sexual purity by their celibate life, by living, committing themselves to God and the people of God with undying heart. Examples of some sins against the sixth commandment are prostitution, rape, fornication, homosexual acts, etc. Seventh commandment: you should not steal. Wealth is God's gift and meant for man's use. It is not to be misused unjustly. It is also sinful not to share it and use it in wrongful ways. Examples against this commandment are careless use and destruction of public properties, such as elevators, stadiums, schools, recreation centers, etc., and exploiting natural resources and pollution of the environment.
The eighth commandment: you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. This simply means do not lie and always act or speak truthfully. In Matthew chapter 5, verse 37, it says, let your words be yes, yes, or no, no. Anything more will come from the evil one. In John chapter 14, verse 6, Jesus says, I am the truth. Examples of sins against this commandment are denigration, calumny, lies, revealing secrets, defaming persons, copying exams, and flattery. The 9th commandment, you shall not covet your neighbor's wife. Marriage is a sacred relationship where men and women become one with Jesus. Mutual love, forgiveness, sacrifice, being faithful to each other, and understanding between couples prevent them from divorce. Jesus says in Matthew chapter 19, verse 6, they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate.
The 10th commandment, you shall not covet your neighbor's goods. This commandment forbids any act of greed, the root cause leading to cheating, stealing, and robbery. Earning wealth unjustly goes against this commandment. I now present the 2 greatest commandments that should escape us. Number 1, love God above everything. By giving first place to God in our lives, obeying His commandments, praising, adoring, and thanking Him, and doing deeds of charity, we follow this commandment. Number 2, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Jesus, through His life, passion, and death, taught us to follow this commandment. Luke chapter 23, verse 34. When Jesus was on the cross, He said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. We need to care for and help people around us to follow this commandment. May God bless and protect us in this time of COVID-19, especially all our frontline workers. Thank you.